Hi, I'm Vito Martello. I'm a West Coast police officer, and I'm GP number 95. Always warn and use a macro. Give them a chance to, yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I was just going to say, like, use a macro. Always make sure that they're given, a proper, like, a fair chance to sorry, not resist, but to surrender or put the weapon away and follow your commands. Okay, so um, detention and or imprisonment of a civilian without cause. The punishment would be a dismissal of the officer and punishment in accordance with the state laws. Yeah, say for example, there's just a civilian just walking out of the premium dealership, and as a cop, you just walk up, handcuff them, and say, "Hey, give me 80K, or I'm not going to let you go." That's corruption, or obviously detaining them without cause. Well, it's obviously prohibited because it's against the state rules. Obviously we're on the server to role play in RP right now, but yeah, we're on the server to do exactly that, and the punishment would be a dismissal of the police officer.
May I come in? It can wait. Thank you.
Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, so essentially non-observance of subordination, or also known as like not following orders of superiors in rank, and that's a reprimand. Well, as a police officer, for one, we're held to a higher standard than just regular civilians, just out there, just trying to make money and live their life. Um, Obviously, violation of state laws, you get a reprimand and punishment provided by a state law. So not only does it count towards your job, but you're also going to get punished by the state law, which is kind of embarrassing as a police officer. Yeah. Personal vehicles. Yeah, we're not allowed to use police vehicles for our own, like for non-police reasons, and we're not allowed to use our personal vehicles for police reasons. So I guess using company vehicles for personal purposes would be rule number 8, and that's one reprimand. And then using personal vehicles to do the police job would also be a reprimand, which is rule number 9. Yeah, it says number 10 is forbidden to insult players, employees of the faction, if it's not role played. Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to find who talking to me. I'm sorry. How are you, Maverick? I was in here earlier speaking with Miss Riley about my rank up. I needed 2 things to do. That was RP training as well as ride along, and all those have been complete, so I'm ready to go. Yes, I've done that as well, sir. Okay, thank you so much.
Do what? Sorry, I did not hear you. Oh, no, I'll wait. My bad. Sorry, I didn't know you were in the middle of something. Alright, sounds good. Hey, Carl, let's go. We gotta clear the area. They're trying to do an exam. Let's go. No problem.
No worries. I know. Sorry, so disrespectful attitude? So that'd be like insulting players, just kind of calling them names for no reason. Um, yeah, just kind of harassing them and using your uh, using your power to using your badge in a way that it shouldn't be used. Yeah, yeah, which is a reprimand each. Or sorry, reprimand, and a warning. Yeah. So role plays essentially like it's important because if you don't role play with them, then essentially they can have a body cam on you, and um, you can get reported for not following the state rules, as well as you can get reported for not following the PD rules. And like I said in one of the answers previously, like we're held to a higher standard, so the like some civilians and gang members are going to expect that role play from us. Yeah. So you need to obviously record any macros or of any kind of force that was used. You need to always introduce yourself and your badge number. You need to always need to read their Miranda rights. Um, you always need to record going through the rules and violations. Um, and then also record, the charges you put on them, any supervisors that were brought in, um, and you also have to record them going to jail with the charges that you've placed. And you also have to search them. Sorry, I almost forgot that. And if it's the opposite sex, then you have to have a female, or if it's a female suspect, you need a female officer. If there's none available, then you can just use a metal wand. Yeah. So it's important because if you don't provide the information, um, essentially, like if you don't provide the report or anything, then for one, I mean, higher ups aren't gonna know about it. You don't get credit for it, and I mean, for two, obviously, if you don't report it, I think it's PD 50. It's a PD. It's breaking a PD rule. I believe it was 15 before, but um, yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I guess the rules have changed a little bit. So okay, it's a PD 12 now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I didn't even. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious one, I guess. I didn't think. I was honestly just looking, trying to think through what I read through the handbook. Oh, okay, okay. Well, that makes sense. Sorry. So for a vested officer, like, are you asking what their responsibilities are, or just like what they train? Yeah. So you have to give two RP or yeah, two RP trainings, one passive, one aggressive, driver's test. Um, sorry. Trying to think here what else I went through. Driver's test. Don't worry, I'll get it. Trying to think what else. Taser training. So we did passive and aggressive taser training. Um, they need 5 ride-alongs. However, you can only give 2. Um, and I think I'm missing something else. Yeah, yeah. So it was, what's it called? Two taser trainings, 2 RP trainings, driver's test, ride along, and an exam for a badge. Oh, the interview? Oh yeah, sorry. It's a what's it called? You show them around the base. It's a tour, a base tour. Sorry. So you can so as you're giving them the base tour, you can always you can definitely tell them like um essentially like what the obviously like what like the different like obviously there's a difference between contraband and patrol, but um I it wasn't clarified to me that I wasn't actually able to use the contraband until I'm busted. But I guess to go over and above, essentially what you can do is you can also give them tips on um, essentially like where they need to be to you say they need a rank up. You can always tell them this is the garage. Any vested officer will take you if you ask them. Um, everybody's pretty friendly, so if they need to hit their quota, obviously go into the garage, ask a vested officer, and they'll take you along. Uh, just kind of give them tips on how to go forward and progress their career. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I called. Wait, sorry. So there's one more. Sorry. I kind of forget what the question was now. So, a vested officer. So I believe they need to. They need. It's not in the game. Field training officer. Oh, the Discord app. So you can always refer them to the Discord and how to yeah, you can tell them how to navigate the Discord, where to put the booking information. I personally will tell them to, if they're an assisting officer, make sure they have it recorded and to make sure that it's booked before their next rank up. I know they have 24 hours, but I kind of think vested officers need to um, kind of pick up a little bit of slack on that, and I'm gonna try and set an example if I get my best. Yeah. Yeah, every time I'm the arresting officer, like any police name I see in the video, I add, like just out of courtesy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got that. Just trying to just give me one sec. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I did see this in somewhere. I just got to think of where. I'm trying to think of where I saw it. Yeah, I mean, as a badge, just you can only do administrative charges. You cannot go outside. You can't go on a what's it called, a 10-12 by yourself. Um, a b so, yeah, so sorry, a badge, yeah, so the badge can't, yeah, they can't leave by themselves without another badge or vested officer. Um, a badge person can't file, or they can only do administrative charges. Um, what else is it? I mean, badged people can't train other officers, but I don't think that's one of the answers. Yeah. Yeah, they can't train other officers. Um, no, they need another vested officer. Oh, so two badges can go on a 10-6 together? I thought we established that they can't last night. Ah, okay. Because I know Jazz told um Ellie and Angel they could, and then somebody and then you called. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 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 No. 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 Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. Only administrative charges. Or sorry, yes, they can arrest, but they can only place administrative charges. Yes. They can go up to floor one when they're arresting and putting people in jail. Other than that, they can't train people, like they can't hire people or anything. So there's no reason for them to be there really, unless there's a pill drop. I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that. How I said yesterday when I had that arrest with a vested officer, and then the person used their get out of the jail free card. By the time I had walked out of the jail, they were already back in the PA lobby telling me they're going to kill me, but I couldn't place an arrest because the vested officer had already gone downstairs and I'm by myself, so I can't do that. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yes. 3 arrests, 5 trainings, and what was the third thing here? Sorry, I do know it. Oh, they just have to guide and assist lower rank officers. Yeah, I do. Just not the crunchy kind. I like the smooth kind. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Finally, I did. Yeah, I got another arrest after that. And I don't know. I mean, I'm at 17 arrests now, so perfect. I'll go ask her real quick. Thank you so much, sir. No. Any questions I do have, I'll make sure to ask you. Honestly, I'll say you're really approachable, which is very important. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that yeah, you're doing a really good job in what your role is from my perspective as a since joining here and everything. For sure, man. I'll see you soon. Thank you again. Absolutely.